This is Shardul, and for the first time, they're debuting, on the bada screen, but here also on SpotboyE. Can you just pan the camera and show the two good-looking people sitting right here with us? Would you like to say hi to your fans?
Hi guys.
So that's Harshvardhan and Saiyami, and already people know them. People are just already, they're fans. Because मुझे इतने सारे questions आ रहे हैं. If you have any questions for them, you can also send us. Tell me, how does it feel that the movie is just about to? Like I read your post where I said, like I've given my 3 years to this film. So is it all like that nervous energy, or you're excited, or you're very happy?
I mean, I think there's still some time, right? What, like 18, 19 days, are there? So it's not like it's like 4 or 5 days away. I think probably the way that I feel will change. Say the first week of October. Right now, I'm just kind of enjoying this process of finally being able to, go out there and talk to people about the film and stuff like that. So I think I don't think I'm nervous. I think I'm just anxious now for people to see the film and share the film with people.
Okay, Saiyami, what about you? Are
You know, for me actually, this morning I in fact was talking to Harsh and I was saying that suddenly I'm feeling really sad, that it's all coming to an end. Because, I'm just going to miss his company, Rakeysh sir's company. So that feeling of when college is getting over, you feel like, damn, I don't want this to end. So that's what I'm feeling like just now. So nervousness hasn't set in at all. So I think first week of October, that test, let's see if we cross.
But I think you can still be friends, like celebrate post this.
No, don't worry. We're going to do another film together right after this. So.
Super. I think that's what your fans want. I'm getting questions. So Neelam Mundra says, Harshvardhan, what are your expectations from the film?
Creatively?
Like whatever. Like
that's a broad question. I think my expectations from the film are that it shall be a film that will be talked about for some time.
Okay.
To sum it up.
Okay. Saiyami, this is for you. Prakash Gupta says, how difficult was it for you to get this film and get into Bollywood?
Hi Prakash. So it was an extremely long journey because I auditioned for like 6 months. And I think that process helped me in doing the film because it was a very tough journey and I just felt if I enjoyed what I was doing, I didn't want to kind of give it up. So it was completely enjoyable.
6 months you were auditioning for Mirzya?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
And what about you, Harshvardhan? How did this happen to you?
I started talking to Mehra about the film in 2008 for the first time.
2008?
Yeah. Because we met on the sets of Dilli Che.
Okay.
Dilli Che released in 2009.
Okay.
So the year before that we met and then we started talking about it when I was a 19-year-old. So yeah, 2009.
And now you're like, my maths is bad.
25.
25, okay.
So
19 to 25, that's a very long journey.
Yeah,
I can totally, imagine what he must be thinking. Okay, so your reasons, 2 reasons why you chose Mirzya as your debut and your reasons.
I think because I could visually imagine myself in that world as both those characters, 1. And I think 2, because it's the kind of film that I aspire to make and I like to see.
You'd like to be a director?
No. I aspire to be a part of. And it's, I mean, you want to do films that you'd like to kind of go pay money and watch, so.
What about you, Sam?
So for me, it's been Rang De Basanti was a film which really influenced me. So Rakeysh Omprakash Mehra and Gulzar Saab, who's writing after 17 years, that was the primary reason which I fell in love with the film. And then secondary was that the 2 characters I play have a huge scope as performance.
Yeah.
So for me, that was extremely challenging, extremely exciting. So yeah.
Okay, so I've seen the promos, and sometimes there are some stunning visuals of a different era, and then you see this era as well. So is it like related to Mirzya Sahiba, reincarnation? What is it? Would you like to tell us about it?
It's basically 2 parallel love stories that are being played out at the same time. So the romantic themes and the larger themes of the film are inspired from Mirzya Sahiba. So it's almost like if Mirzya Sahiba played out today, what would it be like?
Okay.
And then you kind of juxtapose it with the original story.
Okay.
So basically, if I could add, it is Daler Paji sung it very well, said Marta nahi ishko Mirzya sadya sahiba rehti hain.
Yeah.
So we're trying to show how love echoes through different eras.
Yeah, it never
and
dies.
It never dies.
That's true, and I think love for you is increasing as we are live. So you can also send us your questions. Meenal Shah says, Harshvardhan and Saiyami, please share some fun incidents from the sets. fun?
I don't know if it's fun, but I got hurt a lot on this film.
Hurt a lot because of the horse riding?
No. I had some I had a nasty head injury. Then I had a ear injury. But anyway, that's not fun. What's fun?
So for me, I've had a lot of fun.
I've not had so much fun.
Harish was completely into character because, you know, he was completely intense, completely serious. For me, I have had a lot of fun because the team, for, you know, my hairdresser, I loved troubling him, so I used to try and throw him into the lake. I used to kind of keep doing stuff like this on set.
You used to throw your hairdresser in the lake?
Yeah. It was
Poor
a really
guy,
cool-
wherever he is.
She's got a lot of
No, he
angst.
deserves it. Yeah, he
She's got a
deserves it.
she's got a lot of angst.
Well, I'm so glad I'm sitting far away. All right, SK Naveed says, hey Harshvardhan, can you tell me about your journey in Bollywood? I wish your hashtag Mirzya will surely be a huge success.
My journey is basically so far just been working on Mirzya for like the last 3 years. And now doing another film that I've shot some of. So yeah, I think it's been very creatively fulfilling, and there's been a huge growth in me kind of as a human being, because I've been all I've been doing for the last 4 years is these 2 films.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah.
I mean, that's the most amazing thing I've heard, 19 to 25, I just can't get over. So Sam Sheikh says, this is for both of you. Who is your role model in Bollywood?
I don't have role models.
Nobody, not even dad?
No. I don't idolize people. It's just not in my nature.
Okay. What about you?
So for me, I have idolized Amitabh Bachchan, because I'm a huge fan of his work. I've kind of grown up watching a lot of his work, so it would be him.
Okay, super. So since you have a lot of angst and you throw people away, did you show that to him when you met him for the first time? What was your reaction when you both met for the first time? Obviously, it was your debut.
So my angst is only for my hairdresser, because his face does that to me. But Harish and I feel, you know, from the first day really hit it off.
Okay.
And I've found like a really good friend in Harish. So I feel that this relationship we have, I'm feeling a little sad that Mirzya is releasing and, you know, we're going to go our own ways. But it's going to be, I think, like a lifelong friendship that we have.
Was your reaction the same when you met her, that okay?
First,
I'm happy to have her as
we basically met in Delhi. She was not cast at that time.
Okay.
She was auditioning. She was in the screen testing process. So after we met, it actually took us 6 months to be finalized for the role. So in those 6 months, we didn't get too close because I didn't know what was eventually going to happen, you know. Then after that, I think once she was all signed up, then we came back to Bombay and the workshop started and stuff, and then we kind of slowly started becoming friends.
Okay. So 6 months, 4 years, and you know, so much of work. We've heard that Rakeysh sir is like very intense to work with. Is it true?
Not really.
Not at all, actually.
So would you like to tell your fans how was it working with him?
I mean, he's intense in a way, in the sense that he subconsciously will push you a lot, I think. Especially for me. I mean, physically this film was very, very tough. And I don't think he's the kind of creative person to ever compromise, ever.
Okay.
So, you know, you're kind of putting it all there on the line, and you're not. The whole idea is to, after it's over, to not feel like you could have been there and done anything different or done anything better.
Okay.
You know, and in order to do that, you have to really make a lot of sacrifices. But the thing is, he's not intrusive, so he doesn't push you to be like, you know, how can you not do this? Like, this is that. It just happens because he's given you such a huge responsibility that you yourself feel like, I have to do it this way. You know, I have to kind of go all the way with it. Otherwise, I've failed myself. You know, so they're two very different things.
Okay.
You know, it's like if somebody asks you to do something, you may necessarily not want to do it, but if it comes from you, then the output is going to be much greater.
True.
You know. So
What about you?
So for me, I feel, you know, Rakeysh sir is somebody who looks really intense. You know, he looks like a very serious man, but he actually is an extremely funny man. So on set, Harsh, me and Rakeysh sir, I think you know, I wish we can do many more films together, because 3 of us really get along. And like Harsh said, you know, he's not at all intrusive. He gives you your space. He's somebody who gives you a lot of freedom to do what you want. And that, in fact, was a little scary, because we're both newcomers. So he gave us so much freedom to say. He used to say that, you know, these are your characters. You all have to play the way you all want to. But then he had his way in getting about what he wanted.
He'll nudge you in the right direction,
Super.
basically.
This one is a fun question. Prasanjit Pal says, will you guys do any movie in Hollywood if you get a chance?
First we should have one Bollywood release.
Release ho jaye uske baad.
But no, yeah, definitely.
Okay. What about you?
For sure. I mean, like Harsh said, I think we're just starting off here. But hopefully in the future.
Okay. Sarfaraz Khan says, my question to you, Harsh, is that being a star kid, it was easy or tough to act in role? Any pressure?
No creative pressure. I don't think I've answered this question quite a few times. I don't think I feel any creative pressure. Because my way of looking at things is different and every actor has a different instinct, you know. So I think if you trust that and then you kind of interpret the writing, you know, with that kind of your own instinct, your imagination of it will be different from any other actors. And then it becomes original, you know, and as soon as it becomes original, then you have nothing to worry about. So, no.
Okay. Now, since you were saying that, you know, you have this thing that, you know, this is your last moment and the film is about to release. So I'm sure you become good friends. We're going to do a BFF test with them since they've spent a lot of time on sets with each other. Let's see how well they know each other. Harsh, tell us Saiyami's biggest phobia besides her hairdresser.
Biggest phobia, I think, would be to... I don't know if it's a phobia, but I don't think it's very easy for her to trust people.
Okay. Is that true?
Not at all.
Okay. 1 point down. Saiyami, Harshvardhan's greatest strength.
Greatest strength?
Yeah.
His ability to believe in himself and do exactly what he wants.
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay. Harsh, first thing Saiyami does when she reaches the sets.
Goes into hair and makeup?
Yeah,
Okay.
yes, but natural.
Okay, Harsh, Saiyami, one thing about Harshvardhan, one thing without which Harshvardhan doesn't step out of his house.
His phone.
You are like an iPhone addict?
I need my phone.
Okay.
Isn't that with most people?
Yeah, that's the thing with all of us.
So it's a good answer.
All right. Harsh, what sort of guys does Saiyami like?
Not many. But no, I think honest guys.
Okay.
Right?
Completely.
Yeah.
So all you honest guys, you can send
And
her-
idealistic.
Idealistic
Yeah.
guys, you can just right now,
Those are two
she's live from her page as well. You can send her a request and she might just, you know, like your honesty. Okay, Saiyami, if he had an option, Harshvardhan would prefer dating someone from the industry or outside the industry?
He doesn't have a problem with either.
Yeah.
He doesn't mind people in the industry or out. I think he needs to get along with the people he's dating.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, super. So Harsh, your family is a big support. We saw all of them coming together to support you at the music launch. Between Anil sir and your mom, who are you more likely to confide in?
It depends on what I'm confiding about.
Okay, so if it's about work, you confide.
Father,
Okay.
and then personal will probably be mom.
All right.
Although I'm not somebody that I can kind of deal with things, you know.
On your own.
Yeah.
Okay. Farkhanda Sadiq says, Harsh, why do you look so serious? Do you want to tell her?
It's very for me. It's quite early. This is the first interview of the day, so
Yoo-hoo, that's the debut on SpotboyE. So he's doing fine.
I'm gonna get there.
Maybe she just wants a smile from you.
Watch the trailer.
Smile.
So he did smile. Okay. Stami, you come from a modeling background, right? If you had to give a message in one line to all those who ever said that models can't act, what do you want to say to them?
I think it's not true at all. They are two different career paths, I feel. So I think anyone can act, you know, because we all are born actors.
Priyanka Chopra, man,
Yeah.
the best example. Aishwarya Rai,
Yeah.
Deepika now.
Deepika, the three great, like best.
Yes.
I might just have to
Take
be
that
like
question
difficult ho jayega mere liye concentrate karna. All right, so Harsh, between Sonam and Riya, who's a more chilled out sister? Who's like your buddy?
Riya.
Okay. Now, your fan questions are still coming in, but you know, we still have like less time. तो एक काम करते हैं. I'm going to camera pan कर दीजिए आप दोनों की तरफ. This is your message to all the people who are watching you live. In 10 seconds, Saiyami, first you have to tell that why they should go and spend money on Mirzya.
So guys, I feel Mirzya is a audio-visual spectacle, and it's something that I don't think our country's seen before. Gulzar Saab's writing this film after 17 years, and Harsh and I have put in a lot of effort, yeah. So please, give us a chance.
It's also a big screen film, so I think it's the kind of film that you may love in the cinema. You will, and if you watch it at home, you will kind of ruin the experience because it's really made for the big screen. It's one of those films, So I think that's why you should go to the cinema.
Well, I just have to say that I'm loving the music, I'm loving the visuals, it's stunning and they both are looking superb. Please go and watch Mirzya in theatres, and if you want to say anything to them, you can write into them. They'll be checking their Facebook pages later on, and whatever you want to send to them, please send your good wishes. Thank you so much for being with us on SpotboyE, and all the best for your film.
Thank you.
Thank
you
you
so much.
Thank you.